Yu-Gi-Oh! Pop. Say that again.
Y'all should make a group on Facebook.
You said the Yu-Gi-Oh! Paparazzi. Sitting here with Team Invictus. We got the champion of YCS Kansas City. Your name, my man?
Courtney Waller.
What's your YouTube, guys?
Yu-Gi-Oh! Master 1987.
The Team Empire.
And mine's Dark Rider 88.
Sorry, Tinsley. They don't
Yeah, I
ever give
won
no coverage.
YCS Providence, Rhode Island.
Yeah,
The only guy with no coverage. Zero coverage for him.
This man won. There's a blood of fist. That shit is hot. And everybody zooms in and blocks my light. He gets the trophy. If you guys, because a lot of my subscribers have never been to an event, so they don't know what the trophy looks like. So if we can kind of get that. Yeah. All right, let's talk about your deck, my man. Let's show us the deck list.
All right, it contains 27 monsters: DD Crow, Dimensional Alchemist, Thunder King Rao. Stop me if you want to ask me why. Okay. 2 Maxis, 3 on the Deox, 2 on the T-Kings, and 1 on the DD Crow. 2 Sorcerers, 2 Veilers, 2 Kaias.
Okay.
1 Soldier, of course you're going to have 1. 1 Honest, 2 Faders, 1 Reaper, I'll explain why. 1 Trigodia, 1 Kaiku, 1 Warrior Lady, 1 Gores, 1 Sangan, and that's it.
All right. So just a quick question. I mean,
you're good.
How did you feel about the huge monster count? You weren't afraid of inconsistent hands. You weren't afraid of Gravekeepers. You weren't afraid of Dark Worlds tearing your hand apart because you couldn't set up, or?
Honestly, like I told my team before, understand that it was a large monster count or whatever you want to call it. I was slightly afraid of going against GKs, but when Dark Worlds came out, I was like, that pushed GKs back. And then I noticed that my main deck smashed Dark Worlds, so it wasn't a big threat against them. So with GKs out of the picture, I was actually good to go. So as far as inconsistency, the deck recycles itself continuously. So like the first prototype version was slightly inconsistent, and then the more I went on, tested locals, got insight from them, and figured out what could be good for this meta, it just actually slowly ran together and went perfectly.
Sounds good. Let's check out your spell lineup.
Spells, I believe it's 12, don't take my word, it could be 11.
We'll count them up as it go along.
Double Econ, 1 Dark Hole, 2 Dualities, 1 Avarice. My teammates let me know for this format they wanted to go 3 pots, 2 Duality, and 1 pot of Avarice, because I was doing 3 in 1. And actually, this actually works out perfectly.
Listen to your teammates.
Seriously, 1 Reborn, 1 Heavy, double MST, 1 Bulk, and the Allure of Darkness.
Quick question.
Yes.
Quick question. Enemy controller. You don't run Tengus, so how did you utilize those?
Basically, because with the release of Exceeds, my deck has basically every level that I need to go ahead and snatch something from
so you just go in any rank.
I can go any rank. I can steal and synchro, or I can just protect. If you notice, I have no defensive cards in here other than maybe a torrential. But the Econ just allows massive, massive plays, and especially if I need to go all for game, there goes the Econ.
Gotcha. And the last, your traps?
Traps, I only do 2. Again, this deck is not defensive because it just controls, hence the name Chaos Control.
2 best traps in the game.
Torrential and the trap does shoot. Only thing you need right now.
All right, let's see the extra deck, my man.
Extra deck. Here's my little 2 tokens.
Dr. Phil.
That came from the fan.
Winning.
Extra deck is 2 Leviers. That is, like, both of them are staples, assuming that it's a Chaos deck.
Yeah, you're going to be banishing a lot of stuff.
You're going to banish so much stuff, and not only that, you're banishing your opponents at the same time, so cycling everything out, especially if you banish, what do you call it, formula?
Formula.
Bring him back, and then you can just trish off on that turn. Mine, you only have 2 tuners in this deck, so the more tuners I banish from them, I take back and continually just abuse and use.
That's a hot look. I like that.
Thank you. 1 Roach, I love Roach, but at the same time I hate him. I haven't yet to bring him out because I've taken the game like so quick.
He's a Dark Exceed if you need it though.
Exactly, he's a Dark Exceed, and him tag team with Kaiku is like really formidable. 1 Leviathan because it's necessary. 1 Utopia, and I love Zenmain, yet I rarely bring him out, but he's just in there for another tour guide target.
Gotcha.
That's for the Exceeds. 1 Armorion, 1 Magical Android, don't ask me why.
Because it's light.
It's a light, but
you don't synchro enough, so you don't need Librarian.
Exactly. I don't use Librarian, and Catastor, I don't see the need for this particular deck. Every other deck, I would say yes, but with her, it's just the fact, in case I go into time, I can continually pump up my life points. She's a light, she's honestable, and then I can bump heads whenever I need her against the majority of monsters.
Like I say, you won the event, so it worked for you, and that's all that counts.
It's not going to work for everybody, but that's just
it worked for you, and that's all that counts, because there's going to be people that comment. It worked for him, and that's all that matters.
Right. 1 Arcanite for the Sorcerer plays, 1 B-Rose, 1 Stardust, 1 Scrap, 1 Trish, and then just 1 main board Chimera attack, in case I go against any like characters I didn't have room for the side deck.
That's good. And at last, your sideboard?
My sideboard, I'm not gonna lie, it's really Trollsy. It's not. Because no, I made this last night,
Right.
and I had to think about what was gonna be most critical, and then I just threw shit in because I was getting frustrated. Two-dimensional prisons, which I actually want to change to forbidden, what do you call it, lances, because I need protection when I sign
Yeah,
in.
you have a lot of aggro monsters like Kaiku and whatnot, so
Right.
yeah.
They need protection.
Yeah.
Two Rykos, people actually got on me about this, and then later on they realized like how they work. Like no one is expecting that right now. So in the side game, I set it and I can just do whatever I need. This is gonna load up my grays or lights and darks because I have a high monster count.
Right.
So two Rykos, two Side Dragons, which is a staple in your side. Two Fossil Dinos, only for the fact that I need to cut off special summonings. Two Vandy's Fiend, which I may just go to one, but two Vandy's Fiend because he becomes a larger fossil, and the majority of the time when I drop him, they can't do anything. Two Legion Lights, that's only for agents. And one soul release, just because I take out my Kaiku and Beauty Core when I side, and it allows me just to take mass removal, and just in case I go against Dark World, two Gemini Imps. More than like,
Tell the truth, you didn't use the Gemini Imps at all.
actually I did.
Really?
I went against GK's round one. He tributed me. Somehow I came back and demolished him. Game two, he kept the tributes in, played it. I discarded and drew. He had a second one that he flipped face down. But the sad thing is, I drew to the second one off the first one I played the game.
Oh, sad panda.
Hold on. Wasn't there a sword revealing light in here last night?
It was.
There was a sword revealing light in here last night.
Because I always have a Trollsy. There's always a Trollsy card in my side deck, and they're like, don't do that, don't do it.
Warrior of Elimination at the Rabbit Tournament too.
Warrior Elimination? No.
Oh, I mean Warrior Returning Alive.
Warrior Returning Alive. So I can get the BLS back.
That's sacky as a
Warrior
motherfucker.
BLS, too bad. Give it back.
Hey, my man, I appreciate that. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Taking it down with originality. You heard it here first, and you're just like simultaneously.